Hello everybody, welcome to another podcast episode and another YouTube video if you're watching. I usually say the number of the episode, but I don't know which one it is without checking, so welcome. This podcast and YouTube video is about the law of attraction. So you may have heard me talk about this quite a lot during my previous podcasts, and I talk about it a lot on social media. So what is the law of attraction? The law of attraction states that to get what you want in life, you have to be on the same energy level frequency as the thing that you want to attract. So to put that in simple terms, let's give an example of, say if you want to attract, say if you want a nice new house, you've got your mind set on this new house. If you think about this new house and how good it will feel to be in this new house, and you visualize everything that you want to do within that house, you will attract that house to you. And I know it sounds a bit strange and a bit woo-woo, but it's also scientifically proven, because we as human beings and everything in this whole world is energy. We give out energy, and we're actually all made from the same stuff, the same atoms. And the reason we look differently to, I don't know, a piece of rock is because we vibrate at a different frequency. So I know this is a bit hard to understand, because when I first learned about it, I was a bit like, what? But it's really true. And it's scientifically proven with people have put those things on their heads in scientific labs, and then they for example, an athlete, a professional athlete, sat with this mind, there's probably a technical name for it, but I don't know what it is, on their head, all plugged into all these systems, and they imagined themselves running a race, and they closed their eyes and visualized themselves running a race, and it showed from the results that the mind doesn't actually understand what's the difference between reality and thought. So everything that this athlete thought about, like the moving of the leg when they started the race and the adrenaline pumping, all that chemical messages in that body actually happened apart from the physical movement, but all of the emotions and the energy and all the reactions actually happened just from a person thinking about it, which is amazing. And if you are thinking a certain thing, like say if you're thinking positive thoughts, you're sending out a high frequency with your vibration of your thoughts, and you attract then more high frequency things into your life. So if you ever have known someone who always seems to be doing amazing and who always seems to get whatever they want, it's because they're on a high frequency all the time, so they just keep attracting good things into their life. And we also all know, everybody knows one person at least that's always negative, and there's a bit of a drain, and there's always moaning, and there's always something wrong. And the thing is, there is always something wrong, because that person is attracting into their life more negative stuff, because that's what they're giving out. Because what we give out in the world, we get back, but 10 times the amount. So if you give out love, respect, and care and caring for people, you get that back to you even more than what you give out. Not straight away, which is what some people expect. So if you're going to practice the law of attraction, first of all, I recommend watching The Secret on Netflix. It's a little bit American when you first start watching it, but it's really, 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 really good. And there's also a book called The Secret. I've not actually read the book, but the documentary is really good. And if you want to attract something, you've got to be on the same frequency level. So like I just said, all know someone who's negative all the time, because negative stuff happens to them. That's because they're attracting it to them, whether you like it or not. That's what happens. So let me give you an example. If you ever, I don't know, you decide you want to put your house up for sale, right? And all of a sudden, everywhere you go, you see for sale signs everywhere, and you never noticed them before. But because you're focusing on your house and you want to put it for sale, you're seeing for sale signs everywhere. Or if you buy a new car, you bought, I don't know, a white Audi, or you want to buy a white Audi, you see them everywhere, because the reason for that is because your subconscious mind and your conscious mind work together, and your subconscious mind works for you to get you whatever you want. So one of my favourite affirmations I say to myself is you can have, be and do anything you want in life. You've just got to focus your attention to the right place. So let's say, like that example I just gave you with the for sale sign and the white Audi, if you really want a white Audi or you've just brought one, let's say you really want one, so you really want a white Audi, right? And so you've thought about it enough, you've thought of the feeling you'll get when you get this new car, that lodges into your subconscious mind, and then your subconscious mind will go about looking for this Audi for you or making it possible for you. And this is a bit woo-woo with the way it works, because the universe will give you whatever you want. And I know that sounds a bit silly, but it really, really, really does. Whatever you want, you can get. You just need to allow it to happen. So if you really want this white Audi, first of all, you're going to see them everywhere because your brain's like, right, well, there's one, there's one, there's one. But if you really wanted one, no doubt you've got one. So whether you've had to use finance or whether you've had to borrow money or whatever, if you really want something, you'll find a way to make it happen. So let's say, for example, you want to lose weight or feel better in your body. If you're constantly looking in the mirror thinking, I don't look very nice, this is too big, this isn't big enough, this is too small, this doesn't look right, and you're always criticising yourself and hating on yourself, you're going to attract more of that into your life. So every time you do look in the mirror or see yourself in a reflection, you're going to automatically zoom into the bits you don't like because that's what you focus on. And then if you put that into like a long story, then you'll lose your heart in what you're trying to do because you'll just see the negative. So you'll be like, oh, well, there's not really any point in continuing because it's not making much difference. And then you'll end up giving up and not changing. Whereas if you look in the mirror and think, yeah, do you know what? I'm happy with what I've got. I do want it to be different, but I appreciate how my body is right now. I'm going to go to the gym, do this, this and this. And as you're doing that and making those changes, if you just start to look at yourself from a different light, like, oh, I'm not seeing any change yet, but I'm really trying and I feel better in myself, or, yeah, this looks really nice today, and so what if I'm a little bit self-conscious? You know, that's going to come off because I'm doing X, Y, and Z towards working towards that goal. So if you think of the positive things, you're going to get more positive things into your life, and then it's like a continuous attraction of a circle. The hardest bit is to change your thinking from negative to positive, because you don't want to go from positive to negative. We all have bad days. I have bad days, and sometimes I have to have a word with myself because I'm aware of how life works and what energy I give off. If I give off negative energy via negative thoughts, I'm going to get negativity back. So it's just becoming aware of your thoughts and what energy you're giving out to the world. So I'll tell you a little story. My auntie told me, actually, she saw on her Facebook feed. Who knows if it was true or not, I believe it. There was, you know how some people, even if you're not religious, say if you're in a really, really bad situation and you're like praying for something not to happen, or you're like, I don't know, say if you're stuck down a well or something, I don't know, just as an example, and you're just praying to God or whoever I'm going to get out of this well, and then you imagine yourself getting out of this well, right? We always wait till there's a time of disaster where you're praying for something. Well, this woman was walking down an alleyway and my auntie saw this person thing on Facebook. And there was this woman and she was walking down an alleyway and she saw a man down the alleyway, but that was the only way she could get home, and it was later at night, and she was thinking to herself the whole time, please let me be safe, please let me be safe, please let me be safe. And so she walked down the alleyway fine. And then the next day, the police came to her house and wanted to ask her some questions, and she's like, okay, well, why? Because what had happened is the guy in the alleyway had actually attacked and raped the next woman that walked through there, and he didn't attack her. And and she said she was praying for her to get through the alleyway safe, and the man had said the reason she didn't attack this woman that she was questioning about the one that was praying was because he said, well, I wouldn't have gone for her because she had two men walking by the side of her. So that's weird, right? Because the men weren't there physically, but I've got a cold shiver. That's weird. But it's so true that she was praying to be safe, and then the attacker saw two men next to her. So that's like protected her. So whether you believe that or not, I personally do believe it. That's a little bit of the law of attraction. Whatever you want, you will have. You just need to focus your attention in the right areas. Like when you were a child, for example, and you really wanted something, there's no way you would stop. You would do absolutely everything in your power to get that thing that you wanted. Whether you had to, I don't know, plead with your dad instead of asking your mum, or even be manipulative, because children are quite manipulative. Most of the time you've got what you really, really wanted, or you tried absolutely every single thing that you could possibly do to get this thing, whether you got it or not. But as adults, we lose faith in ourselves. We don't believe that we can really have it in the first place, so we give like a half-hearted attempt. And also you've got people saying, oh no, that's impossible, you know, you can't do that, or you can't have that, get realistic. And we allow other people's beliefs to change our drive and determination to go for what you want. So just think back to a child when you did want something, you just did not stop, which is, I think I used to do it mainly with sweets probably, but I would get what I wanted. It just took a lot of effort, but the effort is worth it. But we stop believing that we can have it, which brings me on to a book I'd recommend that anybody and everybody read, or I actually listened to the audiobook because I like to listen to audiobooks. It's called Ask and It Is Given, and it's by Esther and Jerry Hicks. And it's a spiritual book about Esther and Jerry Hicks are these two people that are still alive today, I do believe, in America, and they're Esther, the woman of the relationship, is a channeler, and a channeler is someone who can listen to spirits, for example, and then say what they want to say. So Esther does this, and then Jerry helps and writes things down and things like that. So Ask and It Is Given, it's about a book, and it's one of the best books I've ever read, and that is to do with the law of attraction. You can have whatever you want in your life. You just have to do these 3 stages. So step 1 is you decide what it is you want. Let's say, for example, I want to go on holiday. So and you really want to go to the Bahamas or something. So you decide what it is you want. At this stage, you don't have to know how it's going to happen, because there's a lot of reasons. Oh, well, I can't afford it. I've got this kids, I've got this job. How is it going to happen? Don't worry about that, because that's where we stop ourselves and get in our own way before we've even decided or gone for what we wanted, because we think, oh, I really want this. Oh, no, it's not possible because of X, Y, and Z. So decide what you want. And then this is the hardest part. Believe that it's already on its way to you, because the universe gives you everything that you want. So believe that it's already on its way, which is the hardest part, which a lot of this does come down to faith as well. That doesn't just mean religion. Whether you have faith in the universe, the faith in yourself that you can make it happen, the faith in fate, or everything happens for a reason, or whatever, you've just got to believe that it will happen. And the next part you've got to do is just let it happen to you, which sounds easy and it sounds silly, but a lot of the time, you know, people get in their own way of success and self-sabotage. It's going back to that ego again, because the ego tries to pull you back to your comfort zone, because it doesn't like you to. It does like you to flourish and grow, but only when you've forced it to do that, because then it will find its little comfort zone again. So you've constantly got to keep moving out of your comfort zone. So you've got to let it in. So let's just, a little example I'll give you for me. For the last few weeks, I've really thought about, out of nowhere, that I would love to teach spinning classes, because I love spin. I really get a buzz out of it, and I just thought, oh, I'd be a good spin instructor. And then lo and behold, I went to a really random barbecue last week. My gym instructor, who I don't know very well, but she's lovely, invited me and my friend from England to a barbecue for her birthday, and she was a bit shy to invite us because she didn't really know me. So that in itself was very random, and we decided to go because we thought it'd be nice to make an effort and to meet new people. So we decided to go. We had a really nice evening, and after speaking to her about everything, including the fitness and the gym and everything, she actually was like, oh my God, that's so strange you said that, because I know at the gym, they're desperate for a spin instructor. So I was like, okay, that's random. So she's having a word with the manager, and then I'm going to see what I need to do qualification-wise or practice-wise to make this happen. So that's already like on its way into happening, which is crazy because I really wanted it. So the universe has given it to me, but then it's up to me to make a decision or to make a move or to make some work or some effort towards that goal. So now I've got my foot in the door. It's then up to me to chase it up or make an effort to learn the Dutch that I'm going to have to learn to be able to teach the class. So you can have everything you want, but you also need to put the work in, but you need to look out for the signs that the universe gives you, which is the law of attraction, because the energy you're putting out, you attract. So if you say, if I wanted to be a spin instructor, then the whole time I was like, well, it wouldn't work because I can't speak the language, or I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm just going to like push it back away from me because it's already on its way to me. And if I would have thought about all the negative stuff, I just would have pushed it back, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But it really, 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 really works. It's like a bit scary how much it works. And I've always wanted, ever since I was little, like a big husky dog. And he's not a husky, he is an Alaska Malamute, but I didn't know the difference between them anyway before I knew about this breed of dog. And it only suddenly dawned on me, like a week after we got Hero, our dog, that this is a dog I've always wanted. Like, it's really weird how you think you actually get what you want, and that works both ways. So my best friend, for example, said I could share her story, and she's, oh my God, I'm coaching her for the last few months, and she's done incredible. She suffered with low self-esteem, the same as what I did, constantly dieting, low self-esteem, no confidence in herself, going around in a constant circle, and she was really desperate to find a partner, and she could never find the right guy that treated her well. But we realise now is because she didn't think highly of herself, and she felt sorry for herself, and she used to put herself down all the time. She attracted that into her life in men. So all the men would do is come along and make her feel shit like she feels about herself. But she attracted that to her, which sounds weird, but because she had no boundaries or rules, or I'm not saying she has no self-respect, because she does, but the way she felt about herself, that's how she decided she would let other people make her feel, because she didn't set her energy on a high frequency about herself. So she attracted the same level, which isn't good enough. And she knows that now. So she's literally working on herself. She's come on leaps and bounds. Like, I'm so proud of her. Her body confidence is getting amazing. She's not bothered anymore at what people think about her, and it's all coming from the inside. And whatever, I can't think of the word, whatever you're in, career, job, whatever, everything comes down to self-worth and inside. If you're confident enough in yourself and you love yourself, again, self-love is everything if you ask me, then you just do anything you want, and you expect the best, you deserve the best, and you expect the best, you deserve the best, and you just do your best, and only good things can come to you. And so now, when she will attract the man of her dreams, it will be the man of her dreams, because she's becoming the person she needs to be. She's becoming the person she wants to attract, not in a strange way, because she's female and she wants to attract a man, but she's becoming everything that she wants in a man. Then she will attract that same person just in her perfect man. She does visualizations every morning. She's writing down exactly what her man is going to be like, his height, his eye colour, how funny he's going to be, everything. And it sounds silly, but it's so powerful, because when you watch The Secret or read more about this, you will understand that that's how it works, and it's just incredibly powerful. And like I said, what you give out, you get back, whether it's positive or negative, completely. And the universe doesn't care if you've been stuck in a rut for 10 years, 20 years, 1 year, 1 month, 1 week. It doesn't care about how long you've been there. It just cares about the energy you're giving out. So in the book, Asking It Is Giving, it says something like, it's brilliant. It says something like, say if you put your sat nav on or Google Maps and you want to go to, you're in England and you want to go to America, let's say, and you put your sat nav on, which is a bit of a crap example because you're blatantly not going to drive from there. Let me do another one. From Derby in England, which is where I'm from, to Scotland, right? And you put your sat nav on, or your Google Maps, no matter how many times you go wrong, so say if it's saying turn left and you turn right and ignore it, it's still going to keep getting you as much as it can to your goal, which is Scotland, right? So no matter how many times you ignore it, it's not going to go, oh, for God's sake, I've had enough of you now, like, just what are you doing? Like, why aren't you listening to me? It will keep giving you directions, which is like the universe will keep giving you signs. If you really, really want something, do not give up, because it's there waiting for you. You've just got to take it and you've got to notice the signs. That's the big thing. And the signs can scare us, put us out of our comfort zone, but that's life and that's what happens. And if you don't take the opportunity and grow as a person, you're not going to get where you want to be. But the signs are there. It works with money, with anything. Like, one of my affirmations is money comes to me easily and effortlessly, and I always have enough money to do what I want to do. Whereas if I'm moaning all the time that I have no money, then I'm going to have no money. And I know it sounds really simple, and if you're in a really bad place right now, you might even make you angry, because you're like, oh yeah, well, it's easy for you to say, you're not dealing with this, and this. But please just try it for yourself. Really, the best thing to do is do a meditation. If you don't meditate, then just try, or just sit quietly for 10 minutes or with some relaxing music and just be still, and then close your eyes and visualize what it is you really, 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 really want. So, don't know what that is. Visualize what it is you really want, even if it's something shallow or vanity reasons, like you really want abs or something. Even if you want abs just so you can show off in the gym, like if you really want that in your heart, then that's fine. Whatever you want, you can have. You just need to sit and visualize it, feel inside how amazing it will be to have abs, for example, or how amazing it would be to have this beautiful new house so your kids can run outside, or you can have the breakfast kitchen you've always wanted, or whatever. And then don't all of a sudden let your inner bitch creep in and be like, oh yeah, well, you can carry on dreaming because how are you ever going to afford that, blah, 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 blah. Trust the universe will find a way, and then watch out for the signs. And you might have a new job offer come up that's like double your salary, or something drastic might happen, and someone will come into your life that will know somebody who can do something for you. And it's crazy how the universe works. I think it's magic, if you ask me. The universe, know the magic's there. And if all these scientific people that don't believe in any of this stuff, it's also scientifically proven with the whole energy thing, and you get what you put out, and you attract the same energy that you give out. And Bob Proctor is my total idol. He is amazing, and I listen to all of his stuff, and I've learned so much from him. One of my favourite books of his is called You Were Born Rich, and it doesn't just mean money. It's basically what I'm saying, but in his version of it, in a lot more detail. You can have anything you want in this world. You just got to know what to do and how to get it. What do you think separates you from someone else similar age to you who's got a successful business and running a multi-million pound company, or you, compared to someone who's traveling the world blogging for a living? There's nothing different apart from the fact that they had a passion and they went for their passion and didn't give up. That's it. I'm at the beginning of my coaching business. As you know, if you've been following me right from the beginning, so thank you. Or if you're watching this at a later date, and I know that my business will be my life's work, and I have so much passion to help people that no matter what, I will make a living out of helping people because I'm passionate about it and I want it badly enough, and I'll do anything I can to get it as long as it feels right in here. And I trust the fact that it's coming at the right time. Because another thing you can do, and I've done it as well, when I learned about this law of attraction, I've practiced it, and if it doesn't come to you right now, then you're like, well, it doesn't work, it's not working fast enough. Well, the universe has two answers for any single question you ask for it. It's the answer's yes, here it is, or there's something better in store for you, so just hold on and wait for the next sign, and it really will be there, I promise you. So why don't you try it? Start with, I don't know, some money. Let's say you want, who doesn't want a bit of extra money, right? Let's start off with something small, say 20 quid, 20 euros, 20 pounds, wherever you're watching. And you manifest, it's called manifesting, by the way, when you manifest something into your life that you really want, it just comes to you. So let's say for this next week, really every day, just visualize £20 coming to you somehow, whether it's £20 worth of something someone gives you, or £20 will come to you. It will. If you do what I've suggested you do, watch The Secret and then follow what it says in there, believe it will happen, visualize it happening, and then just wait for it to come to you in a different sign, and it will happen, because that's how the universe works. And that's what separates the successful people to the unsuccessful people, is the law of attraction. So watch The Secret on Netflix, read Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks, or listen to the audiobook, it's amazing, and try it for yourself. And please let me know how you get on, because I get so excited about stuff like this, and I do it every day, still working on it, but please let me know, I'm excited to hear. So thank you for watching or listening, and go out there and shine, because you are enough exactly the way you are, and you are perfect. So have a nice day, guys, and I'll see you next time.